Synthetic technology is being sold to us as innovation, progress, the pinnacle of human achievement. But in truth, I believe it is a clever inversion. Behind the sleek interfaces and promises of convenience lies a subtle theft, the gradual replacement of our own innate capacities with digital imitations. What was once felt deeply within, intuition, rhythm, memory, emotional intelligence, pattern recognition, energetic awareness, is now outsourced to external devices. Step by step, we are being trained to bypass our inner guidance in favor of a selective algorithm, to trade sovereignty for trend, and to call it smart. This is not advancement, it's erosion. The so-called upgrades are second-hand copies of technologies we already possess, mirrored poorly through screens and sensors. What's being sold as cutting edge is actually a trap, one that distances us from the very essence of what makes us human. The more we rely on external machines to tell us who we are, how we feel, what to do next, the more we lose touch with the original organic systems that were designed to interface with the natural world flawlessly, freely, and without cost. It's no coincidence and deeply ironic that the logo of the world's largest tech company is a bitten apple. It echoes the ancient story of Adam and Eve, where the bite symbolized a turning point, the moment of temptation, of choosing artificial knowledge over organic wisdom. In that myth, the fruit was not just food, it was a gateway. And by taking that bite, something was lost, a direct connection to the divine, to wholeness, to the natural order. Today, being offered another apple, sleek, glowing, full of promises, but the bite is the same. Each tap and swipe is a modern sacrament in a new kind of religion, one that replaces lived experience with digital simulation, presence with distraction, and inner knowing with algorithmic suggestion. What we're trading isn't just privacy or time. We are sacrificing the divine architecture within us, the very technologies of soul and sense that once made us whole. Here are some tactics used by synthetic tech to consider while using. For each of these tactics, I will highlight how it works, how it manipulates you, the effect, and how you can take back control. Number 1, eye tracking to map attention loops. Front cameras and sensors follow your gaze, tracking what holds your visual interest. Your attention is mined and fed back to you via stimuli designed to keep you engaged longer. This undermines your natural curiosity, intuition, pacing, and attention span. How can you take back control of your gaze? You could put tape over your camera. You could look away from the screens regularly. Take some time to observe nature without labels, and practice intentional seeing. You are not prey for algorithms. You are the seer. Reclaiming your vision is a conscious act. 2, blue light to hijack circadian rhythms. High-frequency blue light from screens suppresses melatonin and mimics perpetual daytime. This keeps you overstimulated and out of a natural time cycle. It disrupts sleep, hormonal balance, and internal rhythms. To correct this, Use red shift settings. Wear blue blocker glasses. Expose yourself to sunrise and sunset light, and wind down at night with candles or soft amber light. Your body will remember the true time, realign with the natural rhythm, and with your power. 3. Pulsing flicker rates and refresh patterns. Screen flickers at rates that eye cannot perceive. Your eyes cannot perceive, but the brain registers. It induces subtle entrainment, brain fatigue, and trance states. This dulls your imagination, weakens natural brainwave states, and drains nervous system regulation. To take back control, minimize screen exposure, especially before sleep. Do intentional breathing or lie on the ground outside to reconnect with organic frequencies. Your brain thrives in its natural rhythm. 4. Facial expression monitoring via front camera. AI analyzes facial micro movements to detect emotional states. This triggers mood-targeted content that exploits or reinforces your emotional reactions. This conditions your mood to be externally shaped and interrupts emotional sovereignty. How can you control this? As I said before, cover your camera with tape. Spend time in mirrors, not the black mirror, or quiet spaces, reconnecting to your true emotional face. Your emotions are sacred, not marketing data. 5. Microphone surveillance for emotional keywords. Devices listen for tone, words, and stress levels to infer emotional vulnerability. Content and ads are curated to manipulate your state or capitalize on weakness. This erodes emotional privacy and creates dependency on external validation. You can turn off your microphone permissions and speak to yourself, journal, or express in art without technology nearby eavesdropping. Your inner world is for you only. Speak with intention, not surveillance. 6. EMF pulsing and field disruption. Wi-Fi, 5G, and Bluetooth emit non-native EMFs that interfere with cellular coherence. This distorts your biofield. It weakens immunity and dysregulates internal electrical signals. This lowers your life force, your coherence, and grounded presence. Sleep with the phone off or outside of the room. Use grounding techniques, EMF shielding fabrics, and spend time barefoot outside. Your field is intelligent. 7. AI prediction of behavioral patterns. Behavioral data is harvested to predict and influence your future actions. It curates your environment to control your choices and minimize spontaneity. This undermines free will and creative impulse. You can do unexpected things daily. You can delete your browsing history, change your routines, and lean into novelty. Your path is not a pattern to be recognized by AI. 8. Addictive UX/UI feedback systems. These interfaces are designed to reward interaction with dopamine spiking response, likes, buzzes, reinforcing compulsive checking and reaction-seeking behavior. This trains you to seek validation externally and weakens intrinsic motivation. You can switch your phone to grayscale, turn off notifications, and reward yourself in natural ways with movement, breath, and sound. You are the reward, and you don't need a ping to prove it. 9. Facial filters and augmented self-perception. AR filters subtly alter your features in real time. This shifts your self-image toward artificial ideals. It fractures body confidence and authentic identity. Take real, unedited photos of yourself often. Look at yourself with love in natural light. You are already the art. 10. Fixed focal range causing eye muscle atrophy. Screens lock your gaze at a short, unchanging distance, diminishing your ocular mobility and depth perception. This weakens vision and spatial awareness. Practice eye exercises. Look at far horizons. Trace stars or clouds. Let your eyes roam like an animal. Your eyes are made to explore the infinite. Give them back their range. 11. Algorithmic polarization. This feeds extreme content that confirms biases and ignites emotional reactions. This keeps you in an echo chamber and reactive states. This diminishes nuance, empathy, and critical thinking. Purposefully seek out opposing views, engage in dialogue offline, and journal your evolving perspectives. You are not your feed. You are the bridge between the polarities. 12. Overstimulation of the visual cortex. Fast motion, pop-ups, and high contrast visuals overload the optic nerve. This keeps you in a loop of constant novelty seeking. This dulls deep focus and spiritual insight. You can create your own visual stillness. With dim lights, sit with one candle, close your eyes often, let your inner vision breathe. Stillness is your sanctuary. The deepest visions are born in silence. 13. Rhythmic entrainment via media. Media embeds rhythms that sync with your brainwaves, often without you knowing. This alters your mental and emotional state covertly. It weakens your ability to hold your own vibration. You can start to sing, to drum, to dance, to natural rhythms. Use conscious sound to entrain yourself. Your rhythm is your signature. 14. Biometric adaptation. Tracking bodily metrics. Devices monitor sleep, steps, heart rate, etc., training you to consult data instead of intuition. This outsources body awareness to external metrics. This atrophies interoception, which is internal sensing. Unplug from trackers weekly. Ask your body directly how it feels. Build trust in your inner sensing. You don't need a graph to know yourself. 15. Hyper-individualized content loops. Algorithms serve only your prior interests, reducing exposure to variety. This boxes your identity, beliefs, and potential. It stifles expansion, curiosity, and social mirroring. You can randomize your inputs. You can ask people what inspires them. Go to new places. Read about unfamiliar topics. 16. And I think one of the most important is optogenetics and light-responsive biology. Genetic editing, or nanotech, may create light reactive tissues, allowing behavior or emotion to be influenced by light pulses. This turns your nervous system into a programmable interface. This undermines biological autonomy and free response. Expose yourself to natural full-spectrum light every day. Shield from high-pulse light sources. Detox from possible nanotech. And cultivate heart coherence to reinforce sovereign brain-heart pathways. To truly remember who we are, we must return to the original resonance of this realm before the overlays, before the parasitic systems hijacked the signal. The natural world in its uncorrupted design reflects the codes of coherence, reciprocity, and living intelligence. It is not loud, but it is clear. It speaks through spirals, pulses, and the quiet timing of breath. When we align with these natural frequencies, we re-enter the conversation of truth, the one written into the geometry, the heartbeat of soil and the dance of the luminaries. In this space, we are not prey to algorithmic traps or loops of synthetic validation. We are sovereign participants in a larger field of meaning. To stay wrapped in the web of manipulative systems is to drift from the harmonics that your being was attuned to at origin. But when you remember, when you feel the difference between the hollow hum of distortion and the warm resonance of something real, you begin the path back to coherence. You find your signal, return to your field, and from that place, you cannot be controlled. You are the tuning fork, the frequency holder, the spark that repatterns distortion with presence. What to consider now? Rewild your attention. Spend time with no task, no agenda, letting your gaze and interests wander freely. Reclaim your rhythms. Go outside at sunrise, sunset, sync with the Earth's magnetic cues. Fast from input. Take device-free hours or days. Let boredom reawaken your innate creativity. Strengthen sensory awareness. Practice subtle noticing, textures, sounds, smells to rebuild your native pattern recognition. Trust your internal signals. If something drains, disorients, or scrambles you, it's not just in your head. You are the original tech. Your field, your presence, and your coherence change a room more than any algorithm. This is a path to remembering who you are and your capacity. This path of self-mastery isn't just about discipline or control. It's about reminding yourself of what you are made of, believing in it, not thinking it's supernatural or woo-woo, but it's innately natural to you. It's knowing that your body is an interface. Your thoughts are waveforms. The emotions are the charge. You are not just a being having an experience. You are a generator, a conductor, a builder of fields. The principles that shape reality, resonance, coherence, polarity, feedback loops, rhythm, pattern, intention, are not a secret. They've been hidden in plain sight, used by architects of control to shape mass perception, to loop fear, to hold the collective in a narrow frequency band. But these laws were never theirs. They are embedded in the structure of the realm, and they respond to anyone who works with them in awareness and care. Self-mastery means becoming a steward of those principles, not a manipulator. It's about tuning your system, your mind, your emotions, your breath, your speech, to be in integrity with the mechanics of life itself, of life before the overlays, before the manipulation and parasitic overlays that have taken over and woven almost every node of frequency embodied human divinity vessel into a web of deception and inversion. Every thought you think, every reaction you feed or interrupt, every boundary you hold, every beauty you create is you programming your field. You are either reinforcing entropy or broadcasting syntropy, a collaborative, harmonious relationship that one can have with this realm to find your inner essence's coherence, to be able to navigate from there to wherever you wish, not to be led like cattle into a conveyor belt, into a system of mass control and feeding. There is no neutral signal. You are always generating something. And this path is not about waiting for permission or enlightenment or some cosmic badge. It's about using what's already here, learning to speak the language of energy, not abstractly but practically, taking accountability for your state. Understanding that coherence doesn't come from pretending to be positive, but from being internally consistent, aligned in thought, feeling, and action, rooted in presence, tuned to truth. This is your technology. Your biofield is your interface. Your attention is your steering wheel. You are not a passive receiver of reality. You are a recursive system in constant exchange with it. And mastery means knowing that and choosing to engage like it's real, because it is. You don't need credentials. You don't need validation. You don't need permission. You only need your will, your rhythm, your clarity, and the courage to walk in alignment with the architecture of the essential reality itself.